Today we are counting down 20 animals with the wildest, funniest, and most fearsome nicknames. You are not going to believe what some of these are called. Some of these nicknames are so crazy they sound completely fake, but every single one is 100% real. We've got everything from the Black Death to the Cobra Chicken, because we're about to dive into a world of trash pandas, ghost cats, laughing assassins. I challenge you to watch this entire video without being surprised at least once. If you can do it, you're a legend. Kicking off our list at number 20, we have an animal that is literally nicknamed the Black Death. I am not kidding. When you think of dangerous animals in Africa, you probably think of lions. Well, many hunters and locals will tell you that this is the animal you should fear the most. They're responsible for more hunter deaths on the continent than any other large animal. It's not just their size and massive horns, it's their intelligence and desire for revenge. These animals have been known to actively stalk and ambush hunters. At number 19, something that sounds absolutely hilarious: the Cobra Chicken. You've probably seen them. You've probably been chased by them. They lower their head and stretch their neck like a cobra about to strike. They let out that terrifying hiss before they charge. They have zero fear. People, cars, other animals. They'll take on anyone and anything. Coming in at number 18, we have an animal whose nickname sounds so incredibly wrong: the hippopotamus, which in ancient Greek means river horse. A horse? A horse? Look at this thing. It weighs over 3,000 pounds. It's one of the most aggressive and dangerous animals in the world. They're responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than almost any other large animal. They can run up to 19 miles per hour on land. That's faster than most humans. At number 17, we have an animal with a nickname that sounds like a Batman villain: the laughing assassin. You've probably heard their famous laugh, but that sound is not a sign of happiness. That cackling is often heard during a hunt or a feeding frenzy. They are extremely intelligent and efficient predators. Their jaws are among the most powerful in the animal kingdom, capable of crushing bone to get to the marrow inside. For our number 16 spot, we have an animal that is so famous its nickname is known all over the world: the Tasmanian devil, but you probably know it as Taz. Yes, just like the Looney Tunes character. When you think of the Tasmanian devil, you immediately picture a spinning tornado of destruction. While they don't actually spin around in a whirlwind, Tasmanian devils are known for their incredibly fierce and aggressive nature, especially when they're feeding. When a group of them gathers at a carcass, the noise is just unbelievable. Demonic screeches, growls, snarls. Coming in at number 15, we are diving deep into the ocean for a nickname that strikes fear into swimmers everywhere: the White Death. If the Cape Buffalo is the Black Death of the land, the Great White is its counterpart in the sea. It can detect a single drop of blood in 25 gallons of water. It can sense the tiny electrical fields of living animals from miles away. When it attacks, it launches itself out of the water, breaching. A spectacle of pure, raw power. At number 14, we have an animal that is an absolute internet legend. Its real nickname is the honey badger, but the entire world knows it by a slightly different name: the honey badass. This animal is the definition of fearless. It has a Guinness World Record for being the world's most fearless creature. It will fight lions. It will fight hyenas. It will fight venomous snakes. If it gets bitten by a puff adder, it might pass out for a few hours. Then it just gets up and walks it off like nothing happened. For number 13, we have a nickname that makes a lot of sense once you think about it: the camel bird. This name belongs to the ostrich. The scientific name for the ostrich family is Struthio camelus, which literally translates from Latin to camel bird. It's a giant bird. It lives in the desert and savanna. It has those long, long legs. It has that super long neck, just like a camel. They can go for long periods without water, getting most of the moisture they need from the plants they eat. Coming in at number 12, an animal with a nickname that sounds like two completely different animals smashed together: the skunk bear. This bizarre name belongs to the wolverine. It's stocky and muscular like a small bear. It also has glands that can release a really strong, unpleasant odor like a skunk. They're relatively small, like usually 20 to 55 pounds, but they can take down prey many times their size: deer, caribou. They're incredibly aggressive and fearless, willing to fight off bears, willing to fight off wolves. At number 11, we have a name that is as mysterious as the animal itself: the ghost cat. This beautiful and elusive nickname belongs to the mountain lion. They are called ghost cats for a very simple reason: they are masters of stealth and are almost never seen. These large cats live right here in the Americas, sometimes incredibly close to human cities, but they are so secretive that you could live your entire life next to their territory and never know they were there. They can leap over 40 feet horizontally and 15 feet vertically, allowing them to navigate their rugged, mountainous terrain with silent grace. We are officially in the top 10 and kicking it off at number 10, the Thunder Beast. This powerful name belongs to the American bison. Before they were called bison or buffalo, some Native American tribes called them the Thunder Beast. It comes from the sound their massive herds made when they ran across the plains, a sound like rolling thunder. Imagine tens of thousands of these gigantic animals, each weighing up to 2,000 pounds, stampeding across the prairie. The ground would literally shake, the sound deafening and echoing for miles. It wouldn't just be a sound you heard, it would be a vibration you felt in your entire body. Coming in at number 9, we have a nickname for an animal that's basically a living dinosaur, the living fossil. This name belongs to the alligator gar. When you look at them, you can see why they'd be compared to a living fossil. Long, broad snout with sharp teeth. These are the largest species of the gar fish, and is among the largest freshwater fishes in North America. Gars are often referred to as primitive fishes or living fossils, because they have retained some of the morphological characteristics of their early ancestors, such as the ability to breathe both air and water. At number 8, we're taking to the skies for a nickname that sounds incredibly intimidating, the Sky Tyrant. This majestic and fearsome title belongs to the bald eagle. As the national bird of the United States, it's a symbol of freedom and power. To the other animals in its environment, it's an undisputed ruler. They have eyesight that is 4 to 8 times stronger than a human's, allowing them to spot a fish or a rabbit from over a mile away. When they dive to catch their prey, they can reach speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. For our number 7 spot, we have a nickname that is so famous it literally became a word in the English language for huge. I'm talking about Jumbo. The original Jumbo was a real elephant, a massive bull elephant from the 19th century. He was a superstar at the London Zoo. He was so enormous that his name became the go-to word for extra large. His name likely came from the Swahili word Jumbi, which means chief. His legacy lives on when we order a jumbo-sized popcorn and when we see a jumbo jet. Cracking into our top 5 at number 5 is arguably the most popular and hilarious animal nickname on the internet right now, the trash panda. If you've ever had your garbage cans knocked over and raided in the middle of the night, you know exactly why this name is so perfect. They have the cute, masked face of a panda and the dirty, garbage-loving habits of a creature that eats trash. They have adapted perfectly to living alongside humans in cities and suburbs, turning our waste into their treasure. At number 4, we have a nickname for an animal that is often misunderstood and unappreciated, nature's vacuum. One of the most incredible things they do is eat ticks. A single opossum can eat up to 5,000 ticks in a single season. They also eat snails, slugs, and other garden pests. They'll clean up fallen fruit, and yes, they'll also eat carrion, which helps prevent the spread of disease. They are the unsung janitors of the ecosystem, quietly and efficiently cleaning up the world around us, one tick and snail at a time. Our runner-up at number 2 is an insect with a surprisingly sinister nickname, the Devil's Horse. This creepy-crawly title belongs to the praying mantis. You probably know them for their praying posture, but that gentle-sounding name hides the reality of a stone-cold killer. It will sit perfectly still for hours, looking just like a leaf or a twig, waiting for an unsuspecting insect to wander by. Then it strikes with lightning speed. It will start eating its victim while it's still alive, often starting with the head. And the number 1 craziest animal nickname on our list. At number 1, we have the feathered bully. This title belongs to the blue jay. You might be surprised. They are beautiful birds, vibrant blue, jaunty crest. But watch them at a bird feeder. Now you'll see why. Loud, aggressive, dominant, total bullies. They'll descend on a feeder and take it over, screeching loudly, chasing away finches, chasing away sparrows. They're incredible mimics, perfectly imitate hawk calls. Sometimes they mimic hawks to scare others away from food, cunning and ruthless. The name feathered bully fits. Feathered, beautiful, bully, terrible behavior, the jocks of the bird world. And as a special bonus before we wrap up, we have an animal with one of the most poetic nicknames out there, the song dog. The name comes from their incredible vocalizations, yips, barks, howls, the iconic soundtrack of the American West. When a pack of coyotes starts to sing at dusk, at dawn, it's a haunting and beautiful sound that echoes across the landscape. Unlike the simple howl of a wolf, a coyote's song is a complex mix of different sounds. It's not just noise, it's a language, and that is a rap. 20 of the craziest, most unbelievable animal nicknames on the planet. From the Black Death to the Feathered Bully, I told you that you would never look at these animals the same way again. I want to know what you guys think. Which nickname completely blew your mind? Let me know your absolute favorite animal nickname from this list down in the comments below. And if we missed one, tell me. Maybe we'll make a part 2 with the best suggestions from you guys. Smash that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We are always cooking up something massive. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.